Hey everyone, so today I thought I'd try something different. I've always wanted to do a vlog style video like this, but I've had a very difficult time even starting it. What if it doesn't work? What if the viewers hate it? What if insert any number of reasons here? Being your own roadblock is something I'm sure many of us deal with. Fear of failure can be a hurdle that not all of us overcome. In fact, I found this in the comments section the other day and I thought this would be a great topic for a video.
Also, definitely a member of the Self-Doubt Club, as I'm sure most people here are. It would be really cool if you did an entire video dedicated to self-doubt and self-inflicted hurdles.
Here's some truth. You might be your own worst enemy when it comes to being creative. If you find yourself coming up with numerous reasons to not do something creative, then you're your own biggest problem. There's nothing unique about self-doubt. We all have to deal with it one way or another. It's when you listen to that self-doubt and take the easy path of doing something else that it becomes a problem. If you've got a creative project that you want to do, then do it. But if you come up with excuses and find yourself playing video games or watching TV or just wasting your time on anything but the project, it's a problem. But don't think you're alone. I got to sit down with some amazingly talented YouTubers last year at OEArt, and the big topic between us was anxiety. And that became the basis for the song Dread Machine, because we all deal with it one way or another. Personally, I dealt with it at the end of high school in 1989, where I was bullied so bad it nearly killed me. Problem was, I was listening to the people who told me I was worthless and put me down every single chance they got. These are people who got some pretty twisted kicks out of other people's misery. And my mistake was believing them. Nobody told me that their opinions meant nothing in the grand scheme of things. I had another really bad round of self-doubt near the end of 2004. I had just finished the second Woods of Ypres record. That CD captured the sound of a band disintegrating. Most of the members quit before the record was ever released. Behind the scenes, there was all sorts of petty infighting, with members demanding I not release the mixes even though they weren't the ones paying me. It's not a fun place to be in, and honestly, doing that disc made me hate my job. I love recording, but for a good solid 4 months, I seriously considered if it was even worth it anymore. But I managed to power through it and had some hits and misses during 2005. But in 2006, I came across a band full of firecrackers called Black Creek, and those guys showed me what kicking ass in the studio was all about. That was hands down some of the most fun I've ever had tracking a disc. When the vibe is right and everybody's doing their job and playing their best, that is what makes a record great. And since then, it's been an amazing journey. The question you need to ask yourself is, what am I gonna do next? Not, can I do it, or should I do it, or I'm worried what others will think. Look, you're always going to have haters and detractors, because it's far easier to take shots at other people doing things rather than actually getting up off their asses and making something of themselves. One of the most inspirational books I've ever read was Get in the Van by Henry Rollins. It's about his experience during his time on the road with Black Flag. And he talks about people giving him shit for working hard and giving him shit for going for it because they don't have the courage to do it themselves.
I am very shy in front of a camera. Put these things away.
It's not on. Keep talking. It's not on.
And that's something I've always kept with me, that people will try to fuck with you if you dare try to be creative. There was a great line in the Ultimate Recording Machine podcast about dogs around a feeding bowl and how the snarls start the minute one dog starts to get ahead. That pretty much sums up the town where I live, Windsor, Ontario.
Last day in Germany, hanging with my good friend Henning, and yeah, we're on the Autobahn. Look at this. Look at that. People actually move over to the right. Amazing. Hear that, Windsor? You should try that sometimes, you fucking selfish pricks.
From my teenage years, where I was singled out for ridicule for the crime of being able to think for myself and having my own taste in music, to running a studio day to day for 20 years, people will fuck with you if they see you doing something they wish they had the guts to do. The difficult part of all of this is that you need time to be bad before you become good. Some of us catch on a little easier. In my case, I started with zero talent and was just too dumb to quit. It's been said you need 10,000 hours to master a skill. I probably put in triple that amount and still have a very long way to go. And yes, people will give you shit every step of the way. All you can do is maintain your vision, set realistic goals, and don't quit. Not ever, not for anything. But that doesn't mean things will turn out the way you want them to. Life has a funny way of throwing you curveballs. It's being able to recognize opportunities that really counts. Not all of us are going to be great songwriters or rock stars or what we dream of becoming. But developing a craft, that's worth the time because you're investing in yourself. If someone criticizes what you're doing, don't crumble. Keep going, learn, persevere, and get better because success is the best revenge.